Hi, everyone. Welcome to Divine Sacred Tarot. I haven't done one of these readings in a while, so this is a little bit of a surprise for me because of what the Divine Masculine wanted to share. Even before I've seen the cards, I've blessed and shuffled, and the cards have been picked out, but obviously I haven't seen them. What I found really surprising is the original message on the screen about how the divine feminine is being accused of hiding their feelings, hiding what they feel for the divine masculine. And even if you have let go divine feminines, there is this residual pull and tug towards the dynamic. I don't think that it's necessarily a running away, but also you need to distinguish what that means in relation to the both of you. So I was very curious about understanding where the divine masculines are on their current journey. What is the beliefs that they've got? What are the perceptions of the divine feminine? Like, I just wanted to know a little bit more about where this like claim came from. You know, you're hiding feminines as much as they are. Like, what? Um, you're saying you let go, but there may still be this emotional tug. Is there still something there? But maybe it's not necessarily that you want them back, but you are thinking of yourself as a higher regard, and your worthiness is actually claiming, it's claiming your standards, and you're willing to let go of anybody who doesn't honor that. So let's go with the first message. The first question. What is the divine masculines currently embodying on their journey right now? Oh, the Ace of Swords. Okay, I really like the fact that we've got the Ace of Swords. Okay, I picked up the deck and we've got the King of Cups and we also have the Hanged Man. I'm going to take another deck actually and use some clarifiers. So, the Chariot, the Six of Swords. I love when I split the deck and we've got the Chariot and the Six of Swords. Why? It's fast-paced, moving energy. The Ace of Swords is this higher truth, alchemical balance, inner knowledge, wisdom, foresight, third eye, intuition, recognition, visualization. I feel that this is happening for the divine masculines because they're in this pause, reset phase. King of Cups is helping them enhance their emotions. And for some of the divine masculines are feeling frustrated that they can't connect with you as strongly as they did before. Divine feminines are holding their own when it comes to their own energy, calling it back, aligning it, assigning it to different things, especially in their current reality. And the divine masculine really is seeing themselves in a different light. They want to see themselves in a different light. The Seven of Wands is they're also learning how to protect their own energy. Queen of Wands, I'm seeing this is from a karmic partner, a karmic entity. Why have you got the Ace of Swords here regarding the Divine Masculine's current journey? What are they protecting themselves from regarding this karmic? What are they protecting themselves from? This is probably why you've detached a lot, feminines. What are the divine masculines protecting themselves? Thank you, Spirit. Page of Swords. Yeah. Lower vibrational energy that doesn't serve them. Temptations. Oh, okay. Somebody has actually said to me, it's 444 just as soon as I said that. That was amazing. I have just been told they aren't looking for the superficial connection, chemistry, conversation. Hmm. If any of you is sipping like iced tea, coffee, latte, I'm seeing there is a specific message in there for you. You probably couldn't get to the depths of who they were because they weren't allowing that to be shown. But they are currently awakening to, they want something deeper. They want something more meaningful. Okay. What is the past beliefs and conditionings that the divine masculines are breaking free from? The Nine of Cups. Why have we got the Nine of Cups here? Oh, okay. King of Wands. Now we've already had the Queen of Wands, but the Queen of Wands in that karmic type of energy. I don't normally see a karmic energy when I see the Queen of Wands, but this one I do. The Nine of Cups, the past beliefs on material success, on winnings, on, yeah, material things I'm seeing. But the King of Wands was, they sought out passion first and foremost before they could really delve into the depths of a connection to then get out the passion. Oh, okay. So Spirit's just reminding me that the way they moved forward in the past, Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck, they used to seek intimacy physically, and then they would see if this connection would actually flourish. That never happened. Like that was the route, that was the path that they were taking. It didn't happen. And now they're realizing, I'm only like sniggering laughing because it's like now they realize friendships need to be built first, and there is a different, deeper connection. And then the passion can come on top of that. Like it's almost like the Nine of Cups is more fulfilling when they're able to have this deeper connection. What else do we need to know about the Nine of Cups and the King of Wands? What else do we need to know? Thank you, Spirit. The Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups kind of did want to come out in the original energy, the overall energy. The Wheel of Fortune is at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Now, with the King of Wands, Four of Cups, Wheel of Fortune as clarifiers to the Nine of Cups, this is showing up that the divine masculine have been struggling to come to terms with deepening a connection. They were holding on to those past habits, pathways that gave them that superficial pleasure, that gave them the pleasure that wasn't meaningful. Like that is the truth. That is the wheel of fortune changing. The Five of Cups, yeah, they're looking back and they're like, yeah, I had a good time. But it's almost like it was so meaningless. Like they recognize the past relationships was so superficial. The Hanged Man again. Yeah, so they've paused in looking at others, seeing others, because they're like, nah, nobody else does it for me. But then I also had like you do. So there is some midnight contemplation about what abundance means. Oh, the Queen of Cups. What did I say? The King of Cups was at the bottom of the deck, but the Queen of Cups wanted to flip out. So you're still the one that stirs their emotions. Okay. Let's have a look at what the perception of the divine masculines have of the divine feminines. How is the divine masculines shifting their perception of their divine feminine? The Lovers card. Come on, you can't make this up. This is amazing. I love when cards confirm. They've looked back on this connection and previously they've broken their own heart. That's literally what I'm getting. They've broken their own heart. They've broken your heart because they weren't listening to the connection. They weren't listening to how much you gave. Like some of you, if you're a divine feminine who's listening to this, like you gave a lot. Ace of Swords wanted to come out. You showed them the truth and they didn't want to see it. They didn't want to hear it. Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Like you showed them what true love is, and they couldn't recognize it. They didn't see it. The Five of Pentacles in the inverse, you brought them out of their shadow. You allowed them to see the truth, but they just couldn't recognize it. They didn't know how to be loved within themselves, let alone think that they were worthy of you. Their perception of you is so much love. Give us more information about the Lovers card and the perception that the Divine Masculines have of the Divine Feminines. What is it that they love about the Divine Feminines that they are thinking about? Oh, hello, Knight of Wands. Look, we've got all of the minor king pairings. Six of Swords again at the bottom of the deck. Queen of Wands, King of Wands, Knight of Wands. They were the cards as the last three cards for clarifiers. Why is the Knight of Wands here for the Lovers? What do the Divine Masculines feel? This is the passion that they want to walk towards, ride towards, embrace. Why is the Lovers and the Knight of Wands here? Thank you, Spirits. Three of Cups. This is the type of energy that I'm getting. Yeah, it's that friendship. Oh my gosh, the Three of Cups is friendship. Of course it is. So the Divine Masculines looks at your friendship, sees love that you gave, now sees the passion. It's like kind of like firing them up in ways that they've forgotten how much you turn them on. You could have posted a recent photo, Five of Pentacles, being left out in the cold by you. You're probably not as communicative or sharing things as much. Yeah, the Moon card wanted to come out. You're just kind of like shutting yourself off. And the Divine Masculines know that. Like they know they've been an idiot. What is the emotions that the Divine Masculines are struggling to process? Are you kidding me? The Death and Rebirth. Wow. Okay, so please go check the previous reading out. I think it was the one where I show you the cards, because the Death and Rebirth was the first card that came out. It's going to be super important regarding this message. The emotions that the Divine Masculines are struggling with is the version of their past has been merged and manifested the troubles, the struggles, the emotional blocks within this connection. So the more that the Divine Masculines have been blocking their own heart, they've been hiding from the truth of how they feel, has caused this destruction of the connection. And the Divine Feminines have had enough and figured out that they need to claim their own power, stand in their own truth, honor what they want, even if this Divine Masculine isn't stepping up for what they sought after. There is no expectation there anymore. There is no longing or chasing for the Divine Feminines, which also means that the Divine Masculines know that there needs to be something different happening because nothing is happening. Why? Oh, I was going to say, why is the Death and Rebirth happening? And we literally had two cards fall out. The Wheel of Fortune now and the Two of Swords. This is the decision that has changed their life. Their decisions of outside temptations, inner worthlessness, abandonment, not understanding what true love was, felt like, not giving it to themselves, has led to this transformation of their connection with you. But what subconscious fears are surfacing for the Divine Masculines as they step into their true power? The Temperance. This is three major arcanas in a row, you guys. Six of Swords again at the bottom of the deck. Like, come on. I keep getting this forward movement. This is the Divine Masculine in this forward movement. Like, look at it. We've got the 6th card, the Lovers. Then it goes up to the 13, the Death and Rebirth. There is a massive jump between the fact that the Divine Masculine's perception of you has shifted. They're struggling with those emotions about how they feel about you when they're being honest with themselves. the subconscious fears are surfacing and it jumps to number 14. So there is a progression into this transformation in terms of this evolution, in terms of their own inner divine masculine and feminine balancing. Why have we got the temperance card regarding the fears? The fears of balancing their own feminine and masculines. What fears? The fears of that balance, the balance that they feel when the scales are in their favor, that is their true power. But the true power is actually allowing you to shine divine feminines. And the star card came out in the inverse. They have withdrawn from any wishes and fulfillments and desires because they never thought they were worthy of. So those are the subconscious fears that are coming up. The subconscious fears that they had never met an angel like you and they never really felt themselves worthy enough to be along your side. The judgment card, three major arcanas, the temperance, the star card, the judgment card. They know that they may not know actually, but I know you know, divine feminines, that there is a red thread tying these masculines and feminines together. The moon card and the hermit card at the bottom of the deck. This is insane. You've got three major arcanas clarifying one major arcana, which is the temperance card. So they are choosing to be highlighted to know that this is a thread, know that this is a contract. Wow, the sun card. So now we've got the sun and moon. And I was going to mention the sun and moon because the temperance is that balance, the sun and moon. The divine masculines haven't been able to bring themselves to the awareness that they hold their own power just as much as you hold your own power. That if they find things about you they love, that is a mirror of them. And they're not letting themselves be open to this true essence of their power, because what they're doing is subconsciously manifesting the fears of why would this person want to be with me. So they're struggling to figure that out. And judgment and the star card is saying that you, no matter how many times you may think you are not worthy of this, the soul contract is here. You've tied together as a soul contract, and the red thread binds the both of you. Even if it's not clear right now, you bring each other happiness and elevation in this lifetime. What is the divine masculine doing around the heart opening, and what are they learning about love? The Ace of Cups. And a card already fell out, and it was the Ace of Pentacles on top of the Ace of Cups. So not only have we got the original card, Ace of Swords as the overall energy, they're not hiding from their truth anymore. It's directly above the Ace of Cups about the way that they're opening their heart. How are they opening their heart, you guys who are listening? They're tapping into their own sense of abundant love. Like, that is huge. And the Ace of Pentacles is that's what they've always wanted to seek. And oh wow, I've just got my left side of my chest, so my heart just literally pinged because the red thread is in the Ace of Pentacles as well. So we've got that flow of the lovers, the death and rebirth, the judgment, and the Ace of Pentacles tying in this love, because the divine masculines are recognizing that they are the love that they seek, and you're constantly coming back into their reality because you mirror that need, and that's what they're learning about love. Can I get another clarification about the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles for the divine masculine's heart opening? Thank you, Spirit. The Knight of Cups, but it came up in the inverse. So usually the Knight of Cups is a slow moving, loyal, committed knight. But in the inverse, they're moving faster. They're moving faster towards their own inner loyalty, maturity, masculinity. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, that's you, divine feminines who are watching. You are the Queen of Pentacles. You know your truth. You know and you honor your worth right now. And you're not taking anybody. The Ace of Cups. Just clarify, the Ace of Cups and the Emperor is the bottom of the deck. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. When I said you are not taking any SHIT, you know your worth, divine feminines. This is you, the Ace of Cups. So when they tap into their higher selves, when they acknowledge that they are their own mirror about opening, about love, they need to get into their Ace of Cups. And where are you, divine feminines? In your own essence, in your own worthiness, in this prosperous energy of the Queen of Pentacles. You are embodying the Queen of Cups because that is where you are. And that's when the Emperor gets called in. Okay, loving this reading so far. What are the new spiritual lessons the divine masculines are integrating? The Moon card. Okay, we've just got literally major arcana after major arcana. What is the spiritual lessons they're integrating? They're being highlighted the necessity of tapping into our own intuition, of not being in control of things anymore. Not that they were ever in control, but also there's a dichotomy between you're not in control, but you also manifest your future. That's the kind of energy that I'm seeing. That the more they surrender, the more they let go, the more they allow things to happen. Nine of Pentacles, the more their wishes are coming true, the more the illusions are falling away, the more they come into this higher state of awareness. The Queen of Cups and the Four of Pentacles, they're not letting this connection go. They're not letting their emotions be drawn out by anybody else. The Death card now again. So yeah, this is like the end of the cycle of their old version of themselves, which is so positive. But they're seeing the spiritual lessons. That's what they're integrating. They're integrating their emotions. They're integrating the clarity that comes with it, the step-by-step movement of breaking through those illusions. And then also like embracing their emotions about how they feel. Okay, the connection. How is the divine masculine's connection to their higher self and guidance? The Six of Wands, there is victory. And look, the Six of Wands is directly below the Sixth card, which is the Lover's card. Why is this important? Six is the number of love. It is magnification of God essence. When the divine masculines are embracing their own God selves, when they realize that there is you within their heart space, and I just said you and a card flipped. Wait. Where is it? Oh my gosh, now I can't find it. There is you, the Nine of Swords. You're causing them sleepless nights. There's a black cat in this video that might be significant for some of you. They're seeing that your higher self is connected to their higher selves. And when they step into their higher selves, the world stops. The Chariot in the inverse, the world stops. The Six of Swords again at the bottom of the deck. The world stops, but they want to move forward. Okay. Any other clarification around the Nine of Swords, the Chariot card, and the Six of Wands regarding the divine masculine and their connection to their higher selves? What is this importance? What is the significance? What do we need to know? One card, thank you. Three of Cups, but then two cards wanted to come out. Six of Swords. Okay, fab. Now we do have the Chariot and the Six of Swords that wanted to come out with the Three of Cups. And what did I say earlier? The Three of Cups wanted to come out because it was the friendship. So they're deciding to befriend themselves. You know how we always say that we need to speak kindly to ourselves. We need to honor ourselves. And we would never belittle our friends as much as we criticize and belittle ourselves. When the divine masculines are connecting with their higher selves, there is no more BS. There is no more hiding behind this sacrificial lamb. You know, they don't need to punish themselves. They don't need to be so crude and so cruel. Their higher self is so much more loving and compassionate to them, and they want to cultivate this, and they're gaining this level of confidence but it's also acknowledging that they get to move forward with this victory by befriending themselves. And that's how they get into this 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. What is the karmic endings that's coming to an end? What are the karmic cycles that are coming to an end? Okay, so the Three of Wands below the Death and the Rebirth card. The Three of Wands is looking ahead. Wow. Okay, so the card that fell, this is the only card that fell on the floor, and it fell on the left side on the past position. This Tower card, wow, we've got the Emperor at the bottom of the deck again. This Tower card shows up because they say that in order for the karmic cycles to come to an end, are they able to move forward? Are they able to create a future, create something long term, envisage something healthier than what they had created in the past? And those karmic cycles are a part of the past, right? They need to be stepping into their emperor vision, their future, their creation. What is the divine masculine being guided towards to balance within themselves? The Queen of Pentacles. You know, they need to honor and mirror you, because if they find all the things that are beautiful around you, divine feminines, they see themselves. And they need to acknowledge that. The Three of Swords in the neutral position fell over the Death card, over the Moon, the Lovers, the Nine of Cups. Like, this shows up because it's saying that your old illusions had led you astray and you need to buck up and do better. You know, the Queen of Pentacles is saying that you get to have this sovereign, beautiful guide within your divine feminine, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, because they chose you for a reason. Just as I said that, we've got the Strength card. You both trigger the F out of each other because you need to just strengthen your own spiritual pathway. Two of Cups wanted to come out. There is so much love here for the both of you. And I feel that the divine feminines have truly let go of this connection, but there also is this emotional pull. Like, the divine feminines wants the best for the divine masculines. The Temperance card wanted to come out as well. They want the best. They want the masculines to be balanced. And yes, they are being guided to balance this within themselves through their own strength. The amount of major arcanas we've got on this table is so crazy. Ten, 11, 12, like 12 major arcanas here. 12 is a lot. Considering we only have like 21 in a deck, 12 major arcanas to show up, that the divine is being led to more choices. The masculines are being tested so they can change their world, so they can balance within themselves, so they can heal and strengthen, so they can emulate the best qualities of you feminines within themselves, because they see it, they just don't see it, if you know what I mean. What energy are the divine masculines currently embodying in relation to the oh my god, let me finish it because I flipped the card way too early. What energy is the divine masculines currently embodying in relation to the divine feminines? King of Pentacles. Come on, are you serious? So when the divine masculines are being divinely guided to balance themselves, the Queen of Pentacles shows up. You feminines are the example, because they forget that if they treat you as such an angel and a queen and such a beautiful entity, well, obviously, they're not seeing those qualities within themselves, but they need to befriend themselves and love themselves and honor their worth in order to honor the love that they seek. So when the divine masculine is embodying this energy, they turn up as the King of Pentacles. So they get to match your higher self with your current self, your physical self. And then the divine masculines need to currently embody the King of Pentacles in relation to the divine feminines. Page of Cups. That fell on the Tower card. High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. You know, I feel as if they're probably burning the candle at both ends. They are probably writing letters to you, feminines. But it feels as if it's almost like poetry or like love letters. If any of you guys are receiving love letters, like, please let me know. Can I be invited to your wedding, please? Like, this is going to be amazing. What message does the divine masculine's higher self want the divine feminines to receive? The Queen of Swords. Okay, so the divine masculines do want to tell you the truth. They do want to write to you. They do want to speak to you. They do want to have conversations with you. They want to communicate what they want or how they feel. Why is the Queen of Swords here? I'm getting fruit. If anybody's eating fruit or buying fruit, like fresh fruit, let me know what the meaning behind fresh fruit is. 10 of Swords. They're really worried that you're going to reject them, that you're going to abandon this connection. Like, they're really, really triggered around what you may say if they open their heart up. It's almost like they need validation from you first before they actually speak up about how they feel. Why is the 10 of Swords and the Queen of Swords here? What is the divine masculine's higher self wanting to share for the divine feminines? Oh, okay, yeah, there is some stuck energy around wanting to communicate. One card, 5 of Swords. Yeah, they are struggling how to gain courage, strength, resiliency in speaking up about how they feel. 6 of Wands. They almost want a guaranteed victory before they speak up, the High Priestess. They know intuitively that you won't reject them, but some fears are playing out. What is the next phase of the divine masculine's journey and how can they best navigate it? The 6 of Swords. Oh, look, it's finally come out. We had the Chariot come out. We had the 6 of Swords come out. And again now, a part of the main reading, we've got the 6 of Swords. Didn't I say it kept cropping up? The 6 of Swords is the forward movement. They're navigating it on choppy waters. They're navigating it into new shores. They are moving forward. That's the next phase of the journey. Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles. Now, listen to this, you guys. We have the Queen of Wands right at the beginning as a clarifier, the King of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and now we've got the Page of Wands at the bottom. They were all clarifiers. All these clarifiers are saying that the passion has been simmering down because they're really looking at why is this connection different from others. This landed on the Ace of Cups and it was the 2 of Pentacles. So they need to make a decision about why their pull for you keeps erupting and then the 10 of Cups comes out because you were always the happy ever after. What else do we need to know about the Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles? They're trying to start again and take this friendship approach. This is weird. Come on, give me more, please, Spirit. Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. Why is the divine masculines, are they focusing on friendship? Let's have a look. Just last question. If for those of you who want to connect with me, remember I give out monthly newsletters for free. Lots of information on there, and celestial energies, tarot readings, all of the above, basically. So if you wanted to check that out, please head over to divinesacredtarot.com. If you wanted to get a personal reading, head over to divinesacredtarot.com. Even if you wanted to join the community and you have weekly newsletters, exclusive readings, community calls, head over to divinesacredtarot.com. 8 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, communication. The card that wanted to come out and had come out was the 3 of Pentacles. When I said, do they want to create a new friendship with you guys? That's the communication that they want to go through. They're moving forward to the next phase of this journey to start up a conversation with you about creating this new foundation. They are wanting to create something new. And they want to speak about it. Oh, Knight of Swords is at the bottom of the deck, but also the Eight of Wands has now come out. So this is a strong communication that they are willing to come through on. The Knight of Swords is about communication. So we've had the King of Swords at some point here. No, we didn't. We had the Queen of Swords, didn't we? We've got the Knight of Swords, lots of Six of Swords. Communication is a lot in their mind space. They're moving forward with this type of energy. They are still a little bit hesitant about speaking up about how they feel. So the Ace of Swords is very much accurate when it came to wanting to speak up about how they feel. They just don't know how to go about it. And they feel that the friendship is the best starter, the best excuse. And the final card, the Six of Wands, they know that this is going to be victorious for them, but they do need to keep focusing on their strength, their courage, their resiliency regarding you. They need to trust that you are not like anybody else, feminines, that even if you have moved on and you've chosen somebody else, the love for them doesn't extinguish. It doesn't just go away. When you love somebody, you just love them in different ways through different seasons. But it doesn't mean you love them any less. You want them to win. And those are the type of the energies that's coming through in these cards today. Like I'm seeing that the divine feminines really do want you to win, divine masculines. And no matter what happens, they'll always be on your side, rooting for you, cheering for you. But the divine masculines haven't really been doing that for themselves. So they've ended up struggling with their own connection with self. And they couldn't really fathom their worthiness around this connection. Now, I loved this message. If you're here and you still haven't clicked the like button, please do click the like button. Let me know in the comments box if any of this resonated, but it was one of my favorites by far. I'm sending you guys so much love. Bye for now.